Hello people, my name is Ferdy and in this tutorial I will show you how you can optimize your WordPress website using a free plugin called Yoast SEO so you'll rank better in the search results, get more visitors, get more buyers or clients, make more money and use that money to be a blessing in someone else's life and in that way make an impact in this world. Wow, deep stuff. If you only want to rank higher, get more visitors to your website, then this is the tutorial for you. We're gonna make use of the free version Yoast SEO. And is Yoast SEO a tool that if you turn it on, you will be found on the #1 search results for every single term you want to be found on? No. The most important thing in order to rank higher in the search results of the Google search results, other search results, is to have high quality content. But Yoast SEO will help you with that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna download the free version of Yoast SEO. Then we will configure a few important things. We only have to do that once. And then we're gonna optimize blog posts and pages so we will rank higher in the search results. So, two more practical things before we get started. In the description of this tutorial, I have timestamps. So if you want to go to a specific part in the tutorial, you can click on the timestamp and you go directly to that part of the tutorial. When I go too fast for you, you can go to the settings here at YouTube, go to playback speed and slow down the speed of the tutorial. And if you want to go back a few seconds in the video, just hit the left arrow on your keyboard and you will go back 5 seconds in the video. So I would like to say, let's get started. In this tutorial, I will use this website. It is not optimized at all, but by default, Google indexes every website unless you tell Google not to do that. So if I would grab this link, copy it, and I go to google.com, I hit enter and I paste the link, the URL of my website. I skip the sponsored stuff and what I will see, web design agency, Amsterdam, web design, and then I see this dash, we create and then nothing. Custom designs deliver a unique user-focused website. And then again, those dots, I don't want that. So we're gonna use Yoast SEO to make this look better. What I like is all this stuff, but we can also make all this look better using Yoast. So by default already pages are indexed, but we're gonna make it look better using Yoast. And in that way, our website will be optimized even better and will be found better in the search results. And that's what we want. By the way, if you want to learn how to create this website step by step using WordPress, I have a free tutorial about that. You can go to YouTube and search for how to make a WordPress website 30. Hit enter. And there it is. 2 months ago, how to make a WordPress website 2025, 4.5 hours, where I show you step by step how to create this amazing website from scratch using free tools. Let's start with a very important and easy task. Let's download the Yoast SEO plugin. So in order to download Yoast, we can go to ferdy.com/Yoast with an YOAST. Hit enter. This is not an affiliate link, but I just want to see how many people are going to Yoast based on my link. You can get the free version. You can also get the pro version in this tutorial. We're going to focus on the free version. If you want to get it, it seems that it's not on this website, so we can also close this. Then we go to the backend of our website. I scroll down or I go to plugins, add a new plugin. I see it already over here. If you don't see it, you can search over here for Yoast. And then there it is. More than 10 million active installations. This was the first SEO plugin for WordPress, and it's one of the biggest companies within WordPress. And I click on install now. It's updated 5 days ago. There's a whole team working on this amazing tool. We can activate it. And it says you've successfully installed Yoast. So by default, a few great things are happening in our website right now, but we can also configure our Yoast plugins so our website will be optimized even more. We can do that by clicking here. For the best ranking results, configure Yoast SEO, start first time configuration. I click on that button. So we start with SEO data optimization. It's a matter of clicking on this button. That's all we have to do. We don't even have to wait. We can click on continue and our website will be optimized. The site representation, and this is really important. Does your site represent an organization or a person? Well, there are two choices, organization or person. In my case, it's an organization. We have a team that makes websites for clients. If this will be ferdythefisherman.com, where I tell people how to fish, then I would say a person. But if you're having a company or you're making money, you're active in the marketplace, then I would say organization. So we can scroll down. It fetches our website name, Web Design Agency Amsterdam. I can change it. Organization name is only this one. Web Design. Organization logo. If you don't see this, you can select an image, upload it, click on upload files, select files, and then on your computer, if you have your logo there, you can upload it. It already fetched mine, so I don't need to do that. Then I click on save and continue. And then we go to social profiles. If I have social profiles, yes, HTTPS, facebook.com/ and then web divine. Then I copy this and I also go to HTTPS x.com/ paste this one. If you want to add another one, you can go to LinkedIn and then / web divine. If you want to use something like that, you can click on add another profile and then you can add it over there. You can even add more. I'm okay with those 3. You know what? Also Instagram, HTTPS, instagram.com/ web divine. Let me get rid of this. Yes, that's what I like. I want to add an S over here. So everything is secure. Save and continue. And then personal preferences. If you want to again get free tips to be found better in the search results, hey, why not? And I click over here. Awesome. And do I want to share things? Well, it seems that makes your website slower. So I say, no, I don't want to share my data. Save. Finish configuration. Awesome. When we've done that, we click over here. We go to the SEO dashboard. Okay, awesome. We can join a free webinar. We can sign up over here. I don't want that, so I click on the X. Awesome. This is our Yoast dashboard. So what is next? Now I want to show you a few features that are included in the free version of Yoast. And then I want to make sure that search engines have the right information about our website, like the title, the right logo, so they can display that in the search results. Let's go to Yoast SEO and then settings. And then we see the site features. So what is included in this Yoast plugin? Well, SEO analysis, that's what we want. The readability, we want to get advice on how to make that better. You can also get advice to make your text in your website more inclusive. So it's about if you're starting to say bad words, it will say, hey, maybe you should use something else. Well, I don't say weird things on my website as far as I'm concerned, so I leave this off. And everything else is turned on in the free version. And that's what we're all gonna use. So I don't change anything here in the features. Then I want to go to the site basics. And again, we have our website name. It's fetched from our settings, Web Design Agency Amsterdam. Alternative website name, I would say Web Design Agency Web Divine. The tagline, I leave it as it is. The title separator right now, if I would go to HTTPS, or let's go to Google first, and I go to HTTPS, we are webdivine.com. Look at this. I, by default, use a pipe, but after my title, automatically something else is added, and then this dash will be used. And that's what we see over here. By default, this dash is used. I don't want that. I want to make use of a pipe. I think that looks better, like over here. So I will change that to this one. Then the site image recommended size for this image is 1200 by 675. So what I did, I grabbed my SVG logo, which is super high resolution, as you see. And I turn it into an image for image that is 1200 by 675. Oh, I don't see it anymore. So I can upload it by selecting files. And then there's the Web Divine logo, 1200 by 675. There you go. Site preferences, restrict advanced settings for authors. Yes, I don't want, if I have other users in my website. Right now I have none, but if I have other users like another administrator or an author or an editor, I don't want them to give rights to Yoast, because with Yoast you can also turn off search indexing by Google and other search bots. I don't want that. Usage tracking, I leave that turned off, and all the other things are premium, so I leave it with that. Then there's the site representation. We already talked about it when we're going to the first setting up of the Yoast tool. So we're on organization. Organization name is Web Design. Alternative name is Web Design Agency. Web Design, you know, the design, the D can we without capitals. Organization logo. Okay, we can add more profiles if we want to. We can add more information about our organization. And also here, all the other features are premium. I save the changes. I scroll up again, and then I go to site connections. It is time to do something very, very, very important. We want to link our website with the most popular search engines in the world. So let me show you how we can do that. We can add Baidu, Bing, Google, Pinterest, and Yandex to our website, and it will be linked, and then you'll be indexed faster. So let's start with Google. If you want to know how, click over here, Google Search Console, really nice tool. We need to select the property. Of course, first you need to log in. I already am logged in. And when you are logged in using your Gmail account, it's free. You can click on add a new property. I will use the second option, URL prefix. So I type in the domain of my website. I use a different one because my current one from the tutorial is already added. So I'll grab this one. Continue. And there are a few ways we can verify this. We can download this and upload it, but there's a faster way using HTML tag. And I just click on copy. Then I paste it here in Google. I save the changes. Okay, now I need to click on verify. And my ownership is verified. This is the fastest way to do this using Google Search Console. So now if I select my property, we are Web Design, I can see information. So if I would grab Ferdy.com and I go to an overview, I can see my performance, website clicks, pages indexed, pages not indexed yet. So you can see a lot of important information on how you can make your website perform better. So I close this. Now we want to go to Bing. Get your verification code in Bing Webmaster Tools. And for this, we need to create an account or sign in using Google. So I click on sign in. I want to use Google. I prefer to use the same email address I use for Google Search Console. So that is this one. Continue. Okay, look at this. This is so cool. We can use what we've done just with Google Search Console, and we can use that information by clicking on import. I click on continue. Now I need to select the account I use for Google Search Console, the one I just used. I click on continue. Yes, they can trust, they get some information from Google Search Console, and I want to use the same website as I just used at Search Console, and I click on import. And that's it. Done. Not now. So now the Webmaster tools of Microsoft Bing are also added to our website, so we'll be indexed faster. And then I want to take a look at another option, Pinterest. If you use Pinterest on your website and you link it using Yoast to your website, then all the images on your website can be used within Pinterest. And that's a really great way to be found more. That's the name of the game is exposure. Of course, the name of the game is also high quality content. But how great would it be if we have another search engine that will show our content? So I click on Pinterest and then I can claim an account. So I can do a website, claim. There are a few options, HTML tag, copy, and then I paste it here, save the changes. I go back to Pinterest and I click on continue. Let's grab this link, this URL, and then I click on verify. Let's see if everything's connected. It is done. So we have linked the three most important ones, Google, Bing, and Pinterest. So let's keep it with that. And this will be great for you to be found in search results of Google, Bing, and Pinterest. Let's go to content types homepage. How should the titles of pages and posts on our website be displayed in the search engines? We can configure that. We can decide how that will look. So let me show you how you can configure that. And since I have created a homepage using a page builder, it says you can determine the title and description for the homepage by editing the homepage itself. And the same goes for the blog post or the blog page. So we'll talk about this later. Let's go to the post area. And this is really interesting. Look at this. By default, if I search for how to make a WordPress website, scroll down, skip the sponsored things in the videos. So over here, let's say that is a blog post. This is the title, WordPress Essentials, Get Started, Creating, Managing, and then there's more. Then there's the description, the meta description. And this is what has been shown. So automatically the title of this blog post will be placed in the title over here. And that's what we decide over here. How will this look? So if I go to the post, the title that will be displayed over here for our blog post will be the title plus the page plus a separator plus a site title. So in my case, that will be, if I go to one of my blog posts, blog, what is VPN and how does it work? So there's the title, what is VPN, how does it work? So it would be, what is a VPN and how does it work? Then the page, which is also the title. So it will be the same. Then the separator, the pipe, and then the title of the website. I think that's too long. So what I prefer to do is the title of the page, of the post. And then I want to insert a variable and I cannot find it. So what I will do, I will search for Yoast SEO variables. List of the available snippets variables. And then I search Command F or Control F for year. The current year. So this is super cool. Because now I can say the title of the blog post should be displayed and then the current year. So it will be, what is VPN and how does it work? 2025. So that's what I want to do. I can have variables in the meta description, but the meta description for every single blog post is different. So I will leave this empty. If I would say, hey there, it will be automatically displayed for every single blog post. So I never use this. Social media appearance, that means that we can decide what kind of image will be displayed when people share this blog post on their social media, but automatically the featured image will be displayed. This is a premium feature, but it's not necessary because automatically the featured image will be displayed. So if I share this on Facebook, what's on your mind? Well, this blog post. Look at this. Well, this will change. This will go to 2024 because right now we see the title of the blog post, then the separator, and then the title of our website, which was the case before we save this. But now if I save the changes, so let's go down, save the changes. Now if I would save this tomorrow, then it will say, what is VPN and how does it work? 2025. That's what we have decided to do over here. So let's go back and go to schema. Page type. For every single blog post, the page type is web default and the article type is blog post. There are additional settings, enable SEO controls and assessments. Of course, I want to optimize my website. I want to turn those on. Save the changes. Now we have over here the title and the current year. If I go to pages, I again see all those. So this time I want to work with the title and not with the year, because if people go to my about page, I don't want to see the title about and then 2025. So this time I do a variable and this is a separator and then a variable, the site title. So about, then the separator and then web design or web design agency, Amsterdam web design. Okay. I leave this by default because we're talking about pages. So that's all fine. Save it. Then I go to floating elements. If there are floating elements, I want to work with the title, the separator, and the site title. I'll leave this as it is. And then the portfolio, if you have a portfolio, then I would like to say the title, the separator, and the site title of the website. And then the page type, I'll leave it as it is. Save the changes. So we have configured the content types. Let's go to categories and tags. Let's start with categories. So that is, if I go to this blog post and I go to category 2, I see over here my website category and then category 2. How should that be displayed in Google? So if I go to Google right now, it is displayed like this. Category, then this dash, and then the site title. So actually it says category, separator, site title. So categories, let's get rid of everything. Insert variable. Then I go back to the list. And I search for category. I copy that one. I say category, separator, and then the site title. Save. Same goes for portfolio categories. Get rid of this one. I paste the category, then the separator, then the site title. Save it. We have to set it up once and then it works every time. Category, separator, site title. Save the changes. Okay. Let's take a look at advanced crawl optimization. I want to take a look at advanced settings within the Yoast plugin. This can be a little bit boring, but fortunately you only have to set it up once. So let's start with crawl optimization. If I go to my website and I do a right mouse click and I say view page source, here at the top we see a lot of information and Google needs to go through this in order to find important information. So there's also less important information than what Yoast says over here. You can remove unwanted data. For instance, this one, which we just saw. So I can turn this all off. Everything that is not necessary to be displayed in the code of our website can be turned off. I turn them all off. Okay, remove unused resources. So this when people or you use smileys or something on your website, I would not do that. And if you don't do that, you can turn this off. It will make your website a bit faster and it will help you to be ranked better. Also turn this one off. If you don't use advertising or Google Ads on your website, you can turn this off. That will make it easier for Google to crawl through your website. And this, I will leave this on. And over here, internal site search cleanup. That's what I leave. And this is also what I keep the same. So everything above internal site cleanup, that's what I turn on. Then I save the changes. And then I go to the breadcrumbs. What is a breadcrumb? If I would go to blog over here, then you can see where you are: home, blog, category, and then the blog post. You can use your WordPress website. I use the Blocksy theme. You can turn on breadcrumbs. I prefer not to use it. If you use it, you can set it up over here. So after home and the category, in between you see an arrow like this. I prefer to make it shift point and always show the home page. And you can make the latest page or the title of your website or where you are, make it bold. but I don't use breadcrumbs. I just don't like them. So or if I use them, I prefer to use them through the WordPress theme instead of through Yoast. Then there are the author archives. If you are the only author, so you go to users, you are the only user, then I suggest you turn this off. If you have multiple users, you can turn it on, and then those users will be displayed in the search results of your website. And then the question is, how will they be displayed? Their name, and then it will say author at the site title. And then I remove page. Save it, but I don't use it, so I turn it off and I save it again. Date archives. Well, I prefer to turn them off. If this is visible in the search results, then if you go to the blog page, and if you would have a lot of blog posts, you go to page 2 and 13 and 15. So when people go and search for something on the internet and they click on your archive page, then they see an overview of the blog post of that particular time. And they're like, this is not what I've been searching for. So I prefer to turn it off. Format archives. So for instance, the search results. How should the search results be displayed? Well, definitely not like this. Search results for, and then I need to insert a variable which I cannot see. Oh, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. I go to Yoast SEO variables and then search for search phrase. So I want to display the search phrase. So people search for something and that will be displayed over here. Made a description. Okay. Save the changes. And then I go to special social pages. You search for search phrase. And then I get rid of the site title separated, otherwise it will be really long. Also here, if the page is not found, then I prefer to show the site title. And there are the media pages. I prefer not to turn those on because the media is over here. This is what I will see, but I don't want to display this online. Why should I display that on Google? So I turn this off. Yoast already knows that. And then there's RSS feeds. Man, it feels like that's from 2006. Maybe some people still use it. If you want to use it, you can display over here how your RSS feeds should be displayed. So here's the content, what should be placed in front of the content. For instance, the author link, written by, then shift enter. Blog post, but I prefer not to use this. So that's it. This is, in my opinion, the fun part of the tutorial. Now we're gonna make sure that our pages and posts will rank better in the search results. And what will happen, Yoast will tell us literally what we need to do in order to rank our website better. So we're gonna do two things. We're gonna rank our homepage. I will show you how you can do that using a page builder called Elementor. But I will also talk about how you can do that using the WordPress editor. So we're gonna optimize a homepage and we're gonna optimize a blog post, and Yoast will literally tell us what we need to do. I think this is fun, and I hope you think too. As you remember probably at the content types at the homepage, and it said you can do the homepage itself. You can adjust things over there. So let's take a look at that. I go to the website and I can edit this with Elementor. And I already see over here that the SEO score of the homepage is really bad. So I click on edit with Elementor. That's the page builder I use. And then if you want to adjust the SEO settings, I click over here, page settings. Then the second tab is Yoast SEO. And we can have a focus key phrase. What do I want to be found on? Well, let's say web design, publish. Now, based on this keyword, we can see how our website is doing. So I can open this and then I get a lot of advice. There are no outbound links that appear in this page. So what you see over here is the same thing that you can see when you edit a blog post. I prefer to work with that because not everybody's using Elementor. So what I will do, I will go to the home page, and I want to go to the blog page, to this blog post. If you want to learn how to create a blog post, I have a tutorial about that. You can go to YouTube. I will upload a new one, but you can go and search for how to write a blog post. Ferdy. This one is a year ago. I think it's better than the earlier one, but somehow people don't see it. It's a bit longer, but it's, in my opinion, it's better. So I leave it up to you, but I will also upload a new one, which is also better because I always try to make better tutorials than the one before. So what I see over here at this blog post is that there's text, there are images, there are headers. And what I see is that there's a really bad score. So in order to fix that, I go to the post. I edit the post by clicking here. I bring this to the visual editor. And now I can click on the Yoast icon over here. And this is so cool. The focus key phrase is VPN. I can have one focus key phrase, and based on this key phrase, I will see how I am doing, especially when it comes to SEO analysis and readability analysis. So we'll take a look at those things over here, how we can improve this. And now it's a matter of doing what Yoast says until I see a green light. So there are a few problems. Key phrase distribution. Have you evenly distributed your focus key phrase throughout the whole text? So it can be that I use a lot of VPN in the first 2 paragraphs, and after that I don't use it anymore. Well, we can talk about that. It's a gray area, so it's not a red flag or a red attention. It's not a problem. So I prefer to work with the red things. Internal links. There are no internal links. What does it mean? If you have multiple blog posts, you can refer to other blog posts. So let me show you what I mean. I save this. I open this blog post and I go to another one, to blog post 3. Okay. So in blog post 3, I edit the post. I can talk about 5 reasons why you should use a VPN. Why you should always use VPN. Okay, I save it. Let me save it also here and refresh the page. I go back to Yoast, or I can go back to Yoast, and it says internal links. So what I can say, I have a few reasons why people should use VPN. So what I can say over here, you can find 5 more reasons why you should always use a VPN. Command Shift left, Command K, or I just click over here. So I make a link, and now I can type the blog post. Why? 5 reasons why you should always use this. So this is an eternal link. I can make it bold. So now the problem is gone because we solved it. We have an internal link, and that's the whole thing about having blog posts, that you can link to each other, and then Google will see that there are multiple articles about the same thing and they're referring to each other, and that will make your WordPress website stand out from others. So you should have a lot of content with a lot of internal links, and that's what Yoast is trying to tell us. Key phrase introduction. Your key phrase or its synonyms do not appear in the first paragraph. So in the first paragraph, it does not talk about VPN because I'm telling a story. So what I can say is, when I think about VPN, I think about the following story. So now I fix it because I use VPN, the keyword, the focus key phrase, in the first paragraph of the blog post. Meta description length. No meta description has been specified. Search engines will display copy from the page instead. So I scroll all the way down and there's a Yoast SEO area. Here's a site title with the current year. And here's the meta description. Learn why everyone should use VPN and the problems you can avoid by using a VPN service. It's still orange. The longer, I should go to the green area. Learn 5 reasons why everyone should using a VPN. This can save you a lot of money. And in the first paragraph, I'm talking about someone that loses money because he's using free Wi-Fi and people can get his details and stuff and steal money. So I'm building interest and then I'm delivering in the first paragraph. So, and it's green now, so that's great. This is how it looks on a desktop. This is how it looks on a mobile. If you want to have more space over here, you can also click over here. Let me see. Search appearance, and then you get a whole area over here. The same things, but a little bit of more space. Maybe you prefer that. So search appearance can also be seen from here. So you don't have to scroll down all the way to see this. So you're over here. It says something over here about, you need to do something about your meta description, and then you just go over here. And you can do that over here. So that's a nice shortcut. So only 2 problems left. Key phrase in subheading. Use more key phrases or synonyms in the H2 and H3 subheadings. So I go to the blog post. What is a VPN? That's good. How does a VPN work? VPN fixes. Is it too much maybe? The key phrase was found 33 times. That's more than the recommended maximum. So I created a new problem. And now the problem is back. Key phrase in subheading. Use more key phrases or synonyms. So if I click on it, I get more explanation. Okay, so maybe it is telling me that I should use it more in H3. So this is an H3 title instead of H2. Additional features, additional VPN features. Does that save it? Let's save it. Key phrase and subheading. Use more key phrases or synonyms in your... Okay. Well, the thing is, if I take a look over here, where I save it and I click on the icon, I go to all the posts. What I see is that over here, it's green. So when it comes to SEO score, it's green. When it comes to readability, it's orange because we haven't taken a look at that yet. So if I click over here, click here, here it's happy and here it's not happy yet because we did not even open this yet. Passive voice. 11.5 of the sentences contain passive voice, which is more than the recommended 10%. So what I could do, let's go to a text. I copy this, I go to ChatGPT, make this text less passive, more active. Let's see. Active, so okay. Is rewriting this, copy, it goes from 11.9 to, it's gone. So the readability is now great. Okay, well, there are a few pro features. Actually, those are the 2 I look at. If I go to the blog post by clicking here, I can hover over here, analyze this page. I can analyze this page. Let's take a look over here. But what I see in Google search results is that this looks all great. So that means that soon when people will search for this, or when they see this, Google that it will look great. Well, right now it's not the case. It's not over here yet, but everything seems to be looking great. So that's how you can optimize it. You go to a blog post, you edit the post, and then you click over here and you go through all these settings, especially the SEO analysis and this one. And here's an orange one, so it's not red. Image key phrase. Images on this page do not have alt attributes. Oh, I click over here. I go to this area, to the blog, alternative text, VPN, data protection using VPN. Okay, I go back to Yoast. And now it's gone. You see? So that's how you can use Yoast in order to optimize your pages and your blog post. If I go one more time to the homepage, edit with Elementor, it's still orange. I go to the page settings, to Yoast SEO, web design. And then I can start to create outbound links, key phrases, introduction. So I could also say websites, publish, and then I have that here in my title. So meta description, there's no meta description yet. So what you can do, a few things. Let me collapse this. Just collapse the problems. Do as if they do not exist. How cool is that? That's what I do in real life. And it always really is something that helps me to get more out of life, just to hide, run away from my problems. Yeah, that's my advice. No, that's not my advice. Let's go back to the tutorial. Scroll down and let's take a look at the search appearance. Here we can change how this will be displayed on Google. So over here I can adjust it. There is also another way on how you can do that. Let me show you. If I want to go to the meta description, I can go over here, exit to WordPress. I go to pages and I go to the home page and I can click on home. And then here I go to Yoast. And here I can change the meta description. We are a web design agency based in Amsterdam that creates websites, which is the focus keyword for small and big companies in the all over the world. What I prefer to do, English is not my main language and writing is also not my biggest talent. So I can say, make this meta description for a web design agency in Amsterdam better. Use the word websites. Paste it. Bam, look at this. So much better. I haven't even read it, but I know it. Now it's a bit too long. Hey, I say make it a bit shorter. Sure things. Yeah, I know I'm already a bit, or her, whatever. Is it too short? Make it a tiny bit longer. And there we go. Save it. What you see now already, one area is green, which is readability, and then there's SEO. We can also do that over here. Text length, it should have a little bit more words. So I should also work on the images over here. There are also a lot of things going great. So I should have more words. So what happens if I go to the editor? If I go back to the website, to the homepage, edit with Elementor. Then I go to the page settings, Yoast SEO. Oh, wait a second, here it's orange. I scroll down, I would add more words over here. So I would have more words or have more words over here. Then if I would go edit page, I go to Yoast, I go to website analysis. It would not say anymore the text length is too short. So I should take a look at all those things over here. I can do that over here or from within Elementor itself by clicking here, Yoast SEO. And in that way, I can optimize my pages. And what I've shown you, I can show you how to optimize your blog posts. And does it do a magic trick which will rank you #1 in every single search result there is? No, but it will help you when you have an optimized website to be ranked better in the search result. But at the end of the day, it's all about creating high quality content. So what I need to do, I need to optimize everything for readability and SEO score. It does not do miracles, like it does not magically bring you to #1 in every single search result you want to be found on, but it helps you to be optimized so you will rank better. So let's scroll down here at Yoast SEO. Click on it. There's an overview of the amount of pages that are indexed, that are good, that are not analyzed yet. So make sure that this is 0 and this is 5. You can do it with posts, you can do it with pages, floating elements, portfolio. And then over here, if you want to learn more, there's the Academy. You can learn more about SEO, AI for SEO, Yoast SEO for WordPress. So you can start whole courses. I think this is sufficient. We have covered all the important things of the free version. Now it's a matter of putting it into practice. And then if you want to take it to the next level, stand by, because I'm going to talk to you about that. So far, we have only made use of the free version of Yoast SEO. And I think it's sufficient in order to rank better in the search results. Now it's a matter of optimize all your pages and blog posts and portfolio items. All the posts you have should be optimized so you see all those beautiful green dots in your website, and that will help you to rank better. If you want to take it to the next level, you can get Yoast SEO Premium. That's a paid plugin. And if you want to learn how to do that, it would be great if there was a tutorial about that. Unfortunately, I made a tutorial about how you can use Yoast SEO Premium. You can watch it over here. And then I wish you the best of luck with ranking better in the search results and making a bigger impact in the world. Want isn't that what we are here for? To be a blessing to other people. Let's keep it with that. If you like the video, please like it and feel free to subscribe for more upcoming WordPress related tutorials. See you next time. Bye bye.